This is the book of Ephesians 5 and 16. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Israel, why is that our problem? It's like, that's just the first in a series. It's coming for us. That's like the test run.
The casualty count will be between 50 and 60,000 Americans dead. Am I wrong on that?
So I don't know the count that they're predicting. What I do know is Al Qaeda trained and sent 1,000 attackers.
1,000 attackers? When did they come through?
So they finished training and they deployed them. Now, depending on how they come through, it could take different times, right?
So wait a minute. I just want to clarify. You are 100% certain that there are 1,000 plus Al-Qaeda trained fighters within the United States borders?
Well, Al-Qaeda says they trained and deployed 1,000 for this attack. First off, I think there's more than 1,000 Al-Qaeda members in the United States. But for the homeland attack, that number is based on what Al-Qaeda saying, so they could exaggerate it. However, they did have about 1,400 in the Hamas attack, so the number is not off from what they did in the first round of attacks. Like, why?
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, as usual, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start it off by giving all the glory and infinite praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, great millstone. Peace and blessings be to all the Akim now pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom and Yahweh Hashem outside Brakathon. So I don't really know what I'm gonna entitle this lesson, but I was watching this interview with Sarah Adams breaking down on how there's gonna be a possible attack on U.S. soil, right? And us that's in the spirit, we know there ain't gonna be a possible attack. There most definitely, you know what I'm saying, will be attacked. You know what I'm saying, whether it's staged or not. You know what I'm saying, there will be attack here on U.S. soil, man. All right, and we know that the elites of the so-called white man, they set the stage for everything here in the world, which is ultimately just the plan of the Most High. All right, and I remember going back, probably sometime last year. It could have been 2 years ago. I don't forgot, but I remember they had basically, signed a contract with the UN. All right, so these are the type of things, you know what I mean, that you got to consider. And not only that, but it's biblical prophecy that the Most High was going to put the spirit on these nations to raise up and to send fanners upon Babylon to fanner, right? Which fanners, when you go into the etymology, it means troop or foreigner or invader, something to that effect, all right? And America has went, around all these different other countries and invading them, setting up bases, you know what I mean? What they called setting up posts, you know what I mean, in them people's land, taking the resources, you know what I mean, doing inhumane shit because you'll have, an ex-Marine, he'll get on a podcast and be interviewed and get to talking about how, all the shit they be doing over there. How they, be putting children down, blowing shit up, you know what I mean, going and taking resources, raping women and shit. All right, so if America has done that, the scriptures say that you reap what you sow. So, what do you believe is gonna happen? Here on U.S. soil, man. All right, it's gonna get that same treatment that has been given these other nations, back in return, man. All right, so let me reread this again. This is the book of Ephesians 5 and 16. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." You got to be circumspect. Know what's going on around you, man. Don't be walking around here, you know what I'm saying, just oblivious to shit that's going on. All right, don't be going into these, large gatherings and in places where there's gonna be a whole lot of people. By you doing that, although your Habashim side is on our side, you know what I'm saying, we'll be on your side, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. All right, but the scripture say to tempt not the Most High. All right, we supposed to be, You know, you got to keep your head basically on point, man. Be on your P's and Q's because with this, hey, it's been talked about for a long time that this was gonna happen. All right, and now we in that time where the Most High is starting to make these prophecies come to pass, man. All right, it ain't seem like, what I'm saying, it was gonna happen a couple of years ago, but now, hey, look, with the whole border crisis happening last year, you know what I mean? And like they say, they'll never let a good crisis go to waste. You best believe it wasn't just Venezuelans coming through them borders, man. It wasn't just Issachar and, you know what I'm saying, and Levi coming through the borders. You bet your ass that it was the Mother Nations too, because I remember seeing a video on TikTok where somebody was filming Moab hopping off a speedboat and shit over there in San Diego. So this shit done for. America has already been invaded. Then on top of that, I'd heard something a little while back on how Russia was going to invade through the southern borders, and you had China that was going to come from Canada, man. But either way it go, it's prophecy that this is going to happen, man. So for you brothers that be in large gatherings and shit, hey, go ahead and stop it. Because just like with this whole Cybertruck explosion and dude going from Houston and running motherfuckers over in a pickup truck in New Orleans. And then with these planes crashing, due to all the same reason as they say, don't be surprised if Esau use this and push it to his narrative. And like I say, this can all be set up so Esau can really, push them agendas out. But either way it go, it's prophecy that America's gonna be invaded. This is why you have movies like Red Dawn out, where shit hey, the night before they got invaded, America got invaded. They was at a football game. You know what I'm saying? Just a normal regular day. Then they woke up to hearing rattling and shit and seeing the sky filled with planes and ships that ain't even from here. And you seeing motherfuckers dropping out of the sky with guns. All right, we in that time, man. All right, as a scripture say, redeeming the time because the days are evil. We in that time where prophecy is getting ready to kick up, man. All right, this country ain't gonna be the same country as it is today here in the near future. All right, so I think the next one to grab is Matthew's the 24th chapter. Uh, so this is Matthew's 24 in verse started 42. It says, "Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known and would watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would have not suffered his house to be broken up." All right, so the spirit that you should be in is basically, you know, pay attention to what's going on. If you call yourself an Hebrew Israelite and you out here going to raves or whatever that shit is called, you go on these big ass festivals, especially with it being 2025, man. Ain't no telling what can happen this year. This could be the year where shit really kick off. You know what I mean? And we've been talking about it for so long, but what if it really do happen this year? All right, and then you get caught, you know what I'm saying, in a situation you really ain't trying to be put in. All right. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known and would watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would have not suffered his house to be broken up. And with us knowing prophecy, we know that these things are gonna happen within a, you know what I'm saying, within a snap of a finger, dog. You know what I'm saying, within an instant. You know, as 1 Thessalonians 5:3 say, for when they shall say peace and safety, then shall sudden destruction come upon them. This shit is gonna happen within an instant. Them sleeper cells is already here in the States, man. I, you know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to see more and more Elamite, or they could be Ishmael. I done seen a few of them being truck drivers. As a matter of fact, I work with one. You know what I mean? And I'm like, hey, y'all supposed to be coming over here and being set up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to be over here kind of living alright with y'all businesses and shit. Why the fuck is y'all? Why is y'all doing jobs that Jake be doing and shit? But through the spirit, I believe that and shit, I could be wrong, but I believe that these motherfuckers could be sleeper cells. And then with them all doing transportation, it ain't shit for them to carry an explosive to go and drop off at somebody's house or something and blow some shit up. All right, hey brothers, hey, make sure that you on point, man. All right, and with us knowing prophecy that this is gonna happen, you know what I'm saying. You can't treat this like this is you know what I'm saying, like the big ass elephant in the room. You know what I'm saying. Here it is, it's a big ass problem out here, and everybody trying to ignore it. You know what I mean? And until you end up like Jake ass over there in New Orleans, getting rolled up on a pickup truck. Cause you know the type of spirit they was in. They was probably over there, getting drunk downtown, which is there's nothing wrong with having a little mirth. But understand the times that we're living in as well. There's probably down there probably doing all type of wickedness. And the Most High sent something that way to crush your ass. But that's minute compared to what the Most High is getting ready to bring upon Babylon, man. The scriptures say, let me grab it real quick. This is Revelations 18 and 21, and it says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. So America is getting ready to experience violence that hey, there has never been war on American soil. All right, you can't use shit like the September 11th incident. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that was all staged. You know what I'm saying, by Amalek ass, man. All right, if you know, then you know. I ain't even really got to speak on it too much, but at the end of the day, America has never experienced war. You know what I'm saying? Here on this soil. You know what I'm saying? There's never been an invasion or like how these other countries have dealt with. All right, but that shit is finna make a full 360 turnaround here in the near future. All right. When the scriptures say that a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to, why do you think that's gonna be the case? All right, this shit gonna get shut down, and what martial law is declared, and with World War III brewing up, there's not gonna be, what I'm saying, the Marines here in the States, National Guard. That shit not gonna be in here controlling these cities. All right, it's gonna be these foreign troops because I don't know if I mentioned at the beginning of the selection or not. I probably did, but I remember going back, like probably like a year or two ago. Um, the states had basically made like an agreement with the UN, to basically come over here for martial law. You know what I'm saying, or something to that effect. All right, and no matter wherever the UN goes, there's always a goddamn genocide, like what happened in the '90s with Rwanda. You know what I mean? The UN went over there to somewhere in South Africa and was basically using like microwave weapons and shit and frequencies to basically, you know, uh make two tribes kill each other off. They have that type of technology, man. All right, so if they gonna be over here, what you think gonna be happening? All right, somebody who was, what I'm saying, young, he lost his father, his mother, probably his siblings and shit. You know what I'm saying? Due to a damn, American troop going over there and putting them down, man. You know he gonna grow up with that same, with some hatred towards the country that did that to him. All right, and this is why they got that saying where, you just gonna have to put them down. You gonna have to put them down because that same child is gonna grow up and have that ability to, put you down. All right. So it ain't gonna be nothing for them to come over here and, you know, uh, really lay shit down. Matter of fact, I just got to get it. Let's go to Luke 19. So this is Luke 19 and 43. It says, "For the days shall come upon thee, that thy enemy shall cast a trench about thee, and compass thee round, and keep thee in on every side, and lay thee even with the ground, and thy children within thee, and they shall not leave in thee one stone upon another, because thou knewest not the time of thy visitation." And it's gonna be a lot of Jake. They get caught off guard, especially Jake. Jake that know that they Israelites, because you got congregations that don't even teach about Jacob's trouble. You know what I'm saying? You got congregations that don't even teach how America's gonna be invaded. You know what I'm saying? With troops in the streets actually using them damn guns, man. All right. So since you knew not the time of that visitation because you wasn't paying attention, you thought we was gonna cakewalk into the kingdom, your ass gonna get caught off guard, man. And that's why the Most High said that judgment shall begin at the house of God, man. Hey, it's gonna start at those that know they Israelites, man. Which is a lie. Hey, it's a lie. Hey, at this point in time, most Jake know what's up. All right, whether they believe or not, they done probably heard it in some form of way. But Jake know, man. All right. So now from here we can jump to Ezekiel 38. So this is Ezekiel 38 in verse 10. And it says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought." And this is the Most High, uh, pertaining this to Gog, those Russians. But you can also apply this to just other nations, because as the scriptures say, let the weak say I am strong, man. All right, now it ain't just, Russia, but you got Ishmael, they acting up against Babylon. You know what I'm saying? You got North Korea, you got China. All right, you got all these countries that's ready to press them buttons, man. If it ever come down to it, all right, and basically these other nations, especially like China and Russia, they like sharks that smell blood in the water. All right, everybody can see that America is falling. It's not as strong as it used to be, by far. You know what I mean? Then this shit is on its way out, right? And they see that. This is why they dropping. You know what I'm saying? You got all these nations joining the BRICS. All these nations, like it was over 24 countries, and maybe even more than that, that had dropped the US dollar, man. That's because, hey, this shit is falling, man. And everybody can see it. Let's say, "And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages," which is this place right here. And this is that place of unwalled villages, because it's not that hard to get in there. They got this big ass wall built over here, and Issachar's still getting through that shit. And then on top of that, the borders was open. What you got a border for? All right. This is that land of unwalled villages. It says, "I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods, that dwell in the midst of the land." All right. So the Most High is starting to put the spirit, and give them that evil thought. You know what I mean? To start doing those things, man. Because going back a couple of decades ago, shit, they wouldn't dare. You know what I'm saying? Even consider nothing like that. All right, but now we in that time where the Most High is visiting Babylon, man. All right, and he's starting to touch this shit. So let's go to Jeremiah 51, and we can just get straight to the point. Damn, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna have to grab verse 1. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind, and will send unto Babylon fanners, that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. From the day of trouble they shall be against her. roundabout. So America, it's prophecy that Babylon was gonna be invaded, man. Right, and all the steps are set in place for that to be shown. All right, basically all we waiting on is just for it to play out, man. All right, but when you go into the definition for the word phantom, like I was mentioning, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up real quick. All right, it basically means foreigner or invader, if I'm not mistaken. Watch, I'm finna grab it real quick. Let me type in phantom. Damn, they ain't even got the definition pulled up. I probably had to grab it in the blue letter Bible. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure brothers can look it up if it comes down to it. But the definition for the word phantom basically means foreigner or troop. Uh, so it's prophecy that America was gonna be invaded by outside forces, man. So I'm gonna grab this last one, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day, man. Alright, so this is Jeremiah 6, and I'm gonna start at 22. So this is Jeremiah 6 and 22, and this is, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, a people come from the north country, and a great nation shall be raised from the sides of the earth. They shall lay hold on bow and spear. And your modern day bow and spear is, these firearms, man. Whatever caliber they may be. That's your modern day bow and spear, man. It says they are cruel and have no mercy because how, man, like I said, just look up an interview on TikTok of an ex-former Marine speaking about the shit that they witnessed going on over there, man. Esau be over there doing foul shit, foul play. And you got Jake that be right there with him doing it. And this is why when they come over here, if you, hey, whoever don't got that mark of exemption, hey, you gonna be free game out here to catch that shit right along with these other nations here. All right. It say their voice roared like the sea, and they ride upon horses set in array as men for war against thee, O daughter of Zion. Right? Because primarily the so-called white man, he wants to get you Israelites out the way, man. All right, with this being the fall of this man kingdom, as it's saying Revelations 12 and 12, he gonna come down with great wrath because he knoweth that he had but a short time. All right, you best, he gonna come after you, Jake. Look at that shit that happened in I'm saying in New Orleans with Hurricane Katrina. They said anything darker than a brown paper bag, blow it down. All right, it's gonna be no different. Hey, we coming into the worst time ever recorded in history, man. This not gonna be some shit that you can just brush off. If you don't got the spirit of the Lord on you, man, you finna have a bad time out here. It's gonna be a rough ride, man. All right, verse 24. It say we have heard the fame thereof. Our hands wax feeble. Angels had taken hold of us, and pain as of a woman in travail. Because wait until you see what they come over here and start doing. All right, wait. And like I said, some of them are already here. You may go try to hop on a flight and shit. You may just be on a plane. And the Lord put the spirit on one of them motherfuckers to be on there and blow that shit up while you on it. All right. You know what I mean? You may be at the grocery store. That shit blow up out of nowhere. Ain't no telling what can happen, man. All right. Let's say go, what I'm saying? So when you see these things, just imagine, what I'm saying, the spirit that's gonna be on these people. All right, because you don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? The average American ain't paying attention to what's going on. I'm pretty sure if I was to go to the job place and ask a nigga, what they think about that, they not trying to hear it. Simple as that. But that's why you have what I said, hey, the good man, hey, he would have watched his house. Hey, he would have watched for that thief to come. It's like we telling you, you know what I mean? Because the Most High told us what was gonna happen before it's gonna happen. All right, the elders and the apostles, the great millstone, been speaking on, America being invaded for over 30 plus years. All right, because it's prophecy. All right, but these things are being told to you and being broadcasted to you, and you ignoring it. So it's like you got somebody getting ready to break into your home. We telling you, and it's like your ass still go to sleep. You in your drawers and everything, comfortable in the motherfucker, even though in the back of your mind, you know that we told you that somebody plan on going and breaking in your house. And when that motherfucker break in your house, you look stupid. That's what it's gonna be like whenever America get hit with some shit. All right. They say, go not forth into the field, nor walk by the way, for the sword of the enemy and fear is on every side, man. All right, point blank, period. So, with that being said, I think I done pretty much, you know, hit the nail on this one. Lord's will. I proved the points lock it files all over the place, man. But, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Autumn Ratazada list was edifying and that the point was proven. Shalom, Yahabashim, Al Shabrak, and Abba Baba.